Hi everyone, welcome back to the Shrink Shake Pod.
I am Utkarsha.
And I'm Tina.
And we're Shrinks who like to shake things up
and
also
apparently talk over each
jinx. Yeah, I was about to say jinx, but
other. Sorry.
sure.
We
I
have
guess.
different ideas of a friendship today, but
Anyway,
if you're new here, hi, welcome. And if you've been watching, what's up, dude? But before we get into
I
the
just said
podcast,
thank you for the heart. This is the heart.
oh sorry, oh thanks for watching. But before we get into the podcast today, a very quick disclaimer: this podcast is in no way, shape, or form a replacement for therapy. But if you do need therapy, we have a team. Anything that you need to reach out to us is mentioned in the bio below. So,
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 imagine if I just disappeared on you right at this moment.
that would be so weird.
Exactly. Exactly. Guess what I just did?
Is it? I think it's a bad thing.
It is a
What?
bad thing. I just ghosted your feelings. That was so good.
That was so
That's
good. We're
unrehearsed.
such naturals.
That's unrehearsed.
Unrehearsed first take, freshly thought of. But
That's
what is
all
ghosting?
right. What is ghosting?
Why are people doing it?
There are so many people doing it.
So many
If
people.
I had the answer to the why, I would have fixed it. You best believe I would have fixed it for myself, for everyone around me, for my clients.
Not
I
me.
would
I
have
love
fixed
being
it.
a ghoster.
Oh, you're a ghoster. Oh, you're one of those. That sucks.
I'm also a ghosty.
Guys, we know who our culprit is. But talking about ghosting, I feel like how do you think you would define ghosting?
Like by the book or personally?
I feel like your personal would be a little scary for me.
You can cover your ears, it's fine. I'm talking to the 1 million people who are watching.
1 million people. You've reached 1 million views. That's wonderful.
But I think to walk the line between a textbook and my personal definition, I think it's ghosting is an activity that comes out of being uncomfortable with the weight of the hurt you can cause someone else.
I feel like that's too. I feel like the people who ghost don't think too much.
Listen,
That's a lot of inner work.
you're
that's
being
required.
a coward. That's
Yeah.
the definition.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of inner work required for me to realize that I'm ghosting others because I'm so uncomfortable with their emotions that I'd rather just abandon and move away than
Yeah.
sit with those emotions.
I've done the inner work, I still think cowardice.
It's still cowardice. It's true. But
It's true.
if you do the inner work, would
Yeah.
you still ghost others?
No.
See?
Listen, don't make me
But
politically
that's
correct.
but that's true.
It
When
is
you
true.
do your inner work, when you do your therapy, everything, self-awareness,
Yeah.
you stop ghosting. So, ghosting is lack of self-awareness.
Yes. Yes.
That everyone
Snaps.
is ghosting.
Everyone snap right fucking now.
That's it.
But okay, that brings me to ask you, what do you think is, like, again, going off of this, what is the number one motivator to ghost someone?
I feel like what you said, no, that I don't want to deal with a lot of emotions that might come up for you
Yeah.
when I say that, hey, I don't like you romantically, or I don't want to be friends with you, or I don't want to be your thesis guide. That's a personal thing. That's just.
That plummeted really fast. Did your thesis guy ghost you?
No, my thesis guy was really nice. Somebody I know got a friend. A friend.
That's brutal. Imagine being ghosted by a teacher.
That is so sad.
How
Like-
does that feel like?
I don't know. It wasn't me. It was a friend. I just said it was a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not believe? Bringing back honesty.
And belief in your friends.
But I feel like that ghosting does come from this place of just being incredibly uncomfortable with uncomfortable emotions. I feel like big emotions including sadness, anger, rage, disappointment, grief that might come for someone if you
Yeah.
tell them that, you know, I don't want to be around you in any capacity,
Yeah.
does bring up a lot of sadness, grief, rage, anger,
Yeah.
acting out. Those are uncomfortable emotions to contain. And if I have no capacity to contain them,
Yeah.
I would rather than be like, you know, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Like, but that's, oh my god, just a
It's
I feel like it's making me feel something.
You know, I get it on some level, I do, but
Then
then
why do you ghost?
it's fun, honestly. Like, it's just fun to be like, now you see me, now you don't. But
Horrible. Horrible, horrible.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If my therapist is watching this, मैं झूठ बोल रही हूँ यार. But I think it's. I don't think enough emphasis is being placed on how to be honest
Yeah.
in dynamics.
Yeah.
And how, like, it sucks, but it started to feel like an option for a lot of people
Yeah.
now. No,
Yeah.
that
Oh yeah, imagine.
like, oh,
honesty.
honesty
being seen as an
optional.
option.
It's not service charge. It's not discretionary. What the
This
hell?
This is public knowledge. Service charge is optional by
Yeah.
the Indian law. Even if the restaurant says it is to be charged, it's still optional.
Lawyers,
Don't
if
get
you're
bullied.
watching this, just hire us. You see how
All
seamlessly we did that?
All lawyers in my life, you're welcome. Anyway, coming back.
But yeah, honesty can't be optional, right? Like, okay, if I know you and you're my friend since however many years, I'll be honest with you. But then if I've matched with someone and we've spoken night and day for 2 months, I'll be like,
That's
bye.
I feel like it's still blowing my mind the way that you put it, that honesty is optional at this point of time in dating, in friendships, and I feel like that's some shift in human dynamic,
I
because we're
agree.
born into this world wired to trust people, right? Like
Hell
we're
yeah.
born into a world knowing nothing about it. We're born to two strangers, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, however many strangers.
Listen, what kind of
Like-
family structures have you been looking at?
Like if a village is raising a kid,
Imagine 4 parents in a room, open double the drama.
but what if you're Mowgli and you're being raised by like a lot of people in the
Listen, we
jungle?
had animals for friends. I feel like there's not a lot of cunningness happening there.
But that's the
Look
thing.
at this one.
That's the thing. Animals extra. I mean, like bringing back
Bringing back
Underwealth.
groundedness.
bringing back stability.
Bringing back stability and emotional regulation. Please go on.
Yes, I was saying that we're born to trust others.
Yeah.
And we're wired to trust others. We only develop trust issues when there are people who deceive us, lie to us, embezzle us, right?
Embezzle. Sorry, I really like it.
Embezzlement?
Listen, not the oh shit. Authorities watching this. I'm not a fucking
Police?
embezzler.
My
I
friend,
like-
not an
I like
embezzler.
the word. I feel like it just has the power to transport you somewhere.
Where? Embezzlement is taking you to jail. That's it. That's
No,
what it's
I
transport.
feel like just the word. Listen. Connect your neurodivergent brain with my embezzlement.
Oh,
You know, like-
I can imagine diamonds.
Velvet curtains,
Yeah.
diamonds.
Hmm.
It's like pots and pots of gold.
Pots.
Handi
So
yaar.
many-
But
yeah.
bringing back
Bringing back
legal
innocence.
activities.
Bringing back innocence. I feel
Yeah.
like that's the thing, that when you've had traumatic experiences, having trust issues is a
Yeah.
response to that.
Mhm.
But we're not, like, imagine going into a conversation and being like, I don't think I can expect honesty here. So
What else are you expecting? I mean, I feel like this is something that's so important to talk about, because I think, again, as honesty has been made optional, expectations have been made optional. I think exactly that's what's up. For example, if I am on a dating app, I won't expect my match or like my date to bring me a Mercedes. I fully
Will
do.
you?
Listen?
Will you
But-
not?
Yes,
it?
yes.
Is
Of
it?
course, it's such a weird thing to expect off of someone.
Is
huh?
it? Is it?
Yeah, fully. But if we're saying that expecting a Mercedes and expecting honest communication is on the same continuum, then that's messed up.
That's
That's messed up.
My-
But that's messed up, bro. Like, it's not even messed up, because how do you not owe someone that?
yeah, like how do you owe someone lying? Like, I mean, I don't. Am I supposed to enter conversations? Am I supposed to enter the dating world? Am I supposed to enter friendships, believing that this person's going to disappear on me? How will I ever sustain any relationship? Like, imagine the amount of anxiety that's been normalized
Yeah.
because ghosting's been normalized.
And it never gets easy. You know how you said that we're hardwired to believe it? It is, I don't think there is anyone that can make someone feel like, okay, now I'm invincible to this.
Yeah.
Because it is so sort of rooted in your experience of being a human that this will not feel okay.
Yeah.
That it's such an unsettling feeling.
Yeah, I feel like at no point of time, no blah,
Bringing back words, I guess.
articulation, yes. No matter how many heartbreaks you've had,
Yeah.
I don't think ghosting ever gets easier. And it shouldn't. Like, I feel like it shouldn't.
It really
Like,
shouldn't.
if being ghosted feels like, then inner work time.
Inner work
if
time.
ghosting someone feels like,
Inner
inner
work
work
time.
time. Like, that's just.
If
inner
you're
work
not dating anyone,
Inner
inner work
work
time.
if you're dating too much,
Inner work time. Immediate. Drop off this podcast. Introspect.
Reach out to us like that.
Reach out to us, yaar. But of course, I think would be a good time to sort of bring up a disclaimer we always like to do
Yes.
when we're talking about relationships. That of course these things, as casually as we might be able to say them, do not apply to instances of abuse, trauma, violence, breaches of boundary,
Yes.
breaches of trust. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we're also coming from a place of a lot of lightness.
Yeah.
In our work, we deal with a lot of abuse, trauma,
Yes.
and
Heaviness.
stories of that. So that's for the therapist side. This is what we're podcasting.
It's for the
Coming back.
ghoster side.
No need to bring ghosters into I mean, ghosters.
Listen, what if we turn this into a Ghostbusters thing? Like if
That's a
someone
thing,
ghosts
like-
you,
We're ghosting busting.
उनके घर चले जाओ.
We need to do
हाँ
this.
जी.
We need
कहाँ
to
है
have
वो
like
वे?
a Ghostbuster service as a subsidiary to the Coping Central.
Yes.
And we're like, okay, all of our clients who come in with a complaint of ghosting, do you want therapy for it? Do you want Ghostbusters? for it?
Exactly.
And that's such a great idea.
Sharks.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
That's what we're doing.
But yeah,
And we'll hire a different team for it. It's not.
bringing back our main quest, which is the podcast.
But yeah, no, I feel like, yeah, you're right. In the sense, wait, what were you saying?
I was
Ghosting? Busting?
busting. Disclaimer. That's the last thing I said.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and I think that when you are in a space of abuse or
Yeah.
in a very serious situation, there, ghosting or distancing actually
Yeah.
can be a boundary. If you're saying you're ghosting people otherwise, just regularly you're talking to as a boundary, it's not a boundary. I feel like that's my hot take as a
Hot
therapist.
take. What do you think you're being then? If not a ghoster, then what are you?
Evader, like runner, like disappearer. I don't know if there are more words. Avoider. More words. Everything that makes you
A bad person?
yes.
Yeah, but I think
a cruel person.
a cruel person. Yeah, I think cruelty is a big part of ghosting someone because it can feel like you're protecting someone's feelings by not letting them know, but the only thing you're doing is protecting your own.
Yeah.
And also feeding into your inability to sit with something that's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because imagine how easier conversations in dating would be if you just go like, hey, I don't think this is working out. Bye.
Yeah, like it's so interesting, right? Like because ghosting exists,
Yeah.
the conversations around actual boundaries also becomes uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If that
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like if that was the norm, then and ghosting didn't exist as a concept, then we have no option but to be comfortable
Yeah.
with it. And I've
100%.
also heard people say that, okay, then I don't owe anybody that sort of space holding. Like, why should my voice changed? That does not mean anything. But no, that's the thing. People say, why should I do it? Why should I be able to sit with
Because
this?
you're a human and you owe other human things. This is not fucking chat GPT
It's
that you're
true.
just like, hey, give me an answer. But I think we end up saying this every second podcast. If you are alive in this world, you are owed and you will owe.
Yeah. I feel like that at any point of time, we're never ever in a space where we don't owe other people things. I feel like that if I feel so much. I
Jeez.
feel like. Anyway, bringing back normal conversation. But yeah, if you're a person and you're living on this earth amongst a few people, even if you hate everyone,
Yeah.
you owe them something. Something.
Yeah. And of course, you owing them something can't come at a massive cost of your emotional
Yeah.
well-being. No, if I am dying and you tell me no, you owe me to go shopping, I'll be like, babe, listen, like, Pepe, flatline. So, but
No, you want to go shopping. How dare you die on
the
me?
way I know this will be her response if I had to shop,
But to die.
मैं shopping किसके साथ करूंगी?
It's true.
But yeah, I think of course it can't come at the like a massive cost of your emotional, physical, mental well-being. But you can't say that you're immune
Yeah.
to owing people things.
Mm.
And I think a big part of that is honesty and is honest
Yeah.
communication. Because what do you mean that you don't sort of care for the emotional well-being of someone even if you're seeing them casually?
Yeah, I feel like that caring for some, like, I always say this, that no matter how casual your relationship
Hmm.
is with somebody of any nature, right? There is some sort of emotional entry that you allow that person into your world,
Yeah.
and some sort of emotional entry that they allow you. And even if it's 1%,
Yeah.
that means that you owe them at least that, like at
I
least
agree.
honesty, at least decency, at least respect. Like I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that
And I
has,
feel like it sucks that we even need to sit here and lay this
yeah,
out, you know?
it's so
It's so,
unsettling.
like, पता नहीं है क्या आपको? But this also reminds me, there's this category on Bumble, like for dating goals, and the category is intimacy without commitment. And I think people misuse that one so much. Like, have you forgotten what intimacy means? Even if it comes, you know how you said emotional entry, like that's what intimacy
Yeah.
is, right? Like, even if it's casual, even if it's no strings attached, there
Even if
is
it's a one night stand, there is emotional space that you are taking up in that other person's life, and
Yeah.
they will take up in yours. Like I feel like it's inevitable because we don't function without that emotional reciprocation.
100%. Because let's say X person is on like a one night stand with Y person and Y person is just shut off. Then what's happening?
It's that's the thing that I feel like that a lot of times we justify ghosting by saying that, you know, it was getting too much, getting too uncomfortable, I didn't want to have that conversation, blah blah blah, multiple things, I just protected myself and left.
Yeah.
But
Not cool, dude.
like, do you ever think about the impact it has on the other person?
Yep.
No matter how great your intention is. And why should you care about the impact on the other person? Because it does sort of form a landscape for them also as to what to expect from
Yeah.
dating. While, of course, the responsibility for that is not on one individual, but I feel like we as a culture, as a community, need to really sit down and understand how normalized ghosting has become
Yeah.
and how much that's costing us.
And it could very easily be you on the other end of it. No, it's
Yeah.
almost like that. कि if you're crossing the road and you're walking and someone's driving badly or just like गाड़ी चलानी नहीं आती, and then if you're in the car and someone's crossing like a silly person, you're like चलना नहीं आता. So then I feel like both the driver and the walker could do some benefit by
Yeah.
knowing, okay, what is the boundary?
Yeah.
Is the light green? Is it whatever? And I also think that I really liked the segment that we did at the end of our last podcast. Like, how what do you do
Yeah.
if not this?
Yeah.
No?
I feel like talk. Like, I'm
Talk.
sure, again, talking doesn't come at the guarantee of a lot of comfort.
Yeah.
There might be discomfort, but then you work on that, man. Like, there's the basic sort of understanding is that you're an adult
Yeah.
who's in the dating space, you're talking to a lot of people, you know talking, you have the skills to talk. So you can also talk about this and normalize talking. Like,
if you can flirt, then you can cause a little bit of hurt. No, that just sounds
I take back all of my supportive actions because like it was going somewhere. If you can flirt, you can talk. Yes.
No, wait. If you can flirt, then don't be scared.
if you can flirt, then don't be a jerk. I feel like that's
100%.
That's-
Listen, just
that's the
discredit
grand-
me as a person altogether
that's
today.
the grand gap.
But the grand gap is if you can flirt, then don't be a jerk. Eat a jerk, pal. But yeah, I think it's an uncomfortable conversation to always be on either end of.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I don't think it's working out, or like getting to hear that. But I think as an ex-ghoster and someone who's put in the work, it is an incredibly freeing feeling to be able to do that, because then it also reduces the expectation from the other person to be everything that you ever wanted. Not everyone can be, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship, even if it's family dynamics. It's okay if people don't fit into the needs that you might have, but it doesn't mean that one, you keep trying to sort of headbutt into them every time you're trying to force it into that, or sort of keep yourself in a loop
Yeah.
where it feels like, oh, I also can't ask for something that I might
Yeah.
need.
No, so I always used to think that, ghosting also comes from a place of, I don't know, people say that, okay, I'm a people pleaser, which is I can't have confrontation and I'll ghost. Like, but
If
is
you-
it?
If you're a ghoster, tell me one person who's pleased with you, then we can have this conversation.
It's true. It's true. Like,
I
you're not
think it's
pleasing anyone in the process.
Exactly. It's the absolute opposite of it, because the only person you're pleasing is yourself. That, oh, thank God, I don't have to sit with the weight of that feeling.
Yeah.
That I don't
Yeah.
have anyone coming up to me and saying that, oh, I feel bad about how things ended.
Yeah. I feel like that if you really care about just human connection, I feel,
Yeah.
again, my question then is that what would make people care about the feelings of other people, which is such a bare minimum thing, but I feel like it's not being fulfilled.
I think, again, I think I've said this before, I'll say it again. This is like a definition of empathy and can be used anywhere. I think it's the ability to step into someone's world knowing that the door to yours exists. No, like, have a gander. Have a look at how they will feel. What if you were in that position and this person that you've been talking to disappears? You know how you
Yeah.
started. It would feel so off,
Yeah.
so weird. And then where do we take that feeling? So I think it's always much better to end on a note where you have clarity, because we exist in times where everything is unprecedented.
Yeah. And I also feel like then that brings us to the point that ghosting is very convenient, no? Like it kind of keeps the door ajar a little bit. Like it always keeps it open.
Like, will they
So
not?
yeah, it's a constant sense of that.
Yeah.
And then it also is very convenient for you as a ghoster to come back and be like, hey, I never went away. There was never a closing conversation. Hello. So this is just a walk of shame, guys.
Listen,
it.
I'm just being politically,
Politically.
but this is just politically correct shame. I am absolutely unimpacted by the actions of me being a coaster. But yeah, it's true. It's true. I feel like I can go out and say it that, yeah, it's convenient as hell, because I don't have to deal with the emotions that you're feeling as of now, which are heavy. But the emotions that I did like you for can be accessible at any point in time once you're done with those.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. And then that can make the other person really feel like badly about their inconvenient emotions. And that's why we keep getting stuck in this soup. Where soup, it's a soup. Like, we keep getting stuck in this soup, right? Like where we hate ourselves for feeling.
Yeah.
People are asked that, oh my God, you're too much, you're feeling a lot, there's too many expectations, blah, 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 blah. But if ghosting was not a norm, if it wasn't something that was as normalized as it is right now, maybe emotions were okay.
And emotions are always okay, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, I think as a generation, like, I can say this, Gen Z, but I think we really need to come back to the sort of understanding that the price you pay to be with someone is a little bit of inconvenience.
Yeah.
That you will be inconvenienced for someone, that conversations will feel hard, and you can't run away from fear all your life, because that in itself is an exercise in fear.
Yeah.
No, that fear. Bro, you're literally just feeling the same.
Yeah. It's
So I
true.
think,
Like running away from that inconvenience is also giving you more inconvenience. Like you're just causing a lot of inconvenience for everyone and for yourself.
You're just being a menace, honestly.
You are being a menace if you're ghosting. Stop it.
And it's okay. I understand that I have a lot of empathy for ghosters today. But I think as a veteran, I will just say this. Do it scared. It's okay. You will, by hook or crook, find something, find people, find community or support. But do it scared. Have that conversation.
I feel like you need to ruffle a little bit of some feathers.
Ruffle some feathers.
Some
yeah.
feathers need to be ruffled for you to also be comfortable for those conversations.
Yeah.
And if no feathers are ruffled and you keep ghosting, the moment feathers get ruffled, you'll be in trouble.
Listen, I have a very serious question. What do people mean when they say ruffle feathers? Kiske?
Birds.
Birds.
I guess. I don't know. Birds' feathers. Like, ruffled. Like they
I
get
hate
shaken
pigeons.
up.
Please don't make pigeon
I
references.
hate pigeons too. It's a pigeon hate club.
It's a pigeon hate club on it.
Subscribe, like, comment if you hate pigeons too.
If that's one thing you do today,
I
is
wish
to
pigeons
subscribe to
ghosted
us.
us.
That's one ghosting we will very happily accept.
We will have a podcast on thank you pigeons for ghosting us.
Yep.
If there are any environmentalists watching this, do not tell me the cost it will
For
have on
one
us.
second, I genuinely thought you were saying if there are pigeons watching this. I was like,
If
first
there
of
are
all,
pigeons watching this,
get
I am
the
watching
fuck
you
outta
too.
here.
First.
have you seen Olivia Colman's acting of a pigeon?
Yeah. She's so good.
I love her.
But bringing back talking.
Bring back. So you were dancing now or what?
Bringing back smart talking.
I don't have none of that left in me. But yeah, do we have a grand yap for the day?
I think the grand yap is threefold.
Threefold. Samsung, if you're watching, they have a twofold phone.
That's such a bad joke. That's such a bad. I need to ghost you for this. Do not ghost us.
Deserve. Do not ghost us.
Threefold grand yap.
Yeah.
One, connection includes a lot of inconvenience.
Yes.
Do inner work
Yes.
to be able to build capacity for inconvenience.
Yes.
Taking so much time to, again, not at the cost of abuse or stressor or
violence.
anything. Violence. It doesn't apply to that. Coming back to my threefolds.
Yes.
Yes. Connection includes a lot of inconvenience.
Inconvenience.
You need to do inner work to build that capacity for inconvenience.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosting is never cool. It's uncool as hell. Like
Makes
I feel
you a
like
jerk.
it's cruel. It's very it's just mean.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to people you feel connected with, even if for one day. Like that's connection worth having a conversation of. I don't think I can do this. That's okay. Oh, I will be disliked by the other person. Deal with it.
And what?
Deal with
You
it.
will be disliked by anyone
Yeah,
and everyone
like if
possible.
you ghost people, you're being disliked. If you have the conversation, you're being disliked. Maybe
choose.
It's time for inner work again.
And choose which dislike feels
Yeah.
comfortable because you're not being a people pleaser if you're ghosting
Yeah.
others.
Yeah. And the third and the most final
The grandest of yaps.
The grandest of yaps is. I didn't think of it before I said threefold.
This is what ghosters do to you. They will build up to a level where you feel like we're gonna get in a
Yeah.
relationship and then they disappear.
Ghosting is just convenient as hell. It's
Yep.
going and coming and making this a game of chase and push and pull in someone's life. And it builds so much power imbalance in relationships. It gives you so much unduly power and it kind of takes away a lot of power from the other person. And by the time the other person has come up to empower themselves, you come in again, you're like, hey, I'm
He's
back.
feeling some type of way today, I can tell that. But yeah, I feel like don't leave doors ajar.
Yeah, either
Either you open them or you shut them.
or knock them when you want to
Yeah.
come inside and ask people.
Basic
When
manners,
you-
I guess.
Yeah, like if it's a door analogy that you're using
Yeah.
for dating, for friendships, you either shut the door or you keep the door open and be nice about the door being open,
Or you find
respect.
signs to
Yeah.
hang on your door.
Yeah,
Do not disturb.
yeah.
Please clean. Room service.
Stop. This is gone. This is lost on her. I should
I
ghost
shouldn't
you.
be speaking on this podcast
It's
anyway. I'm
true.
gonna go back to my ghosting life
It's
and my ghosting menacing ways.
horrible, horrible, horrible. That's what ghosting is.
But
But
bringing
yeah,
back.
like if you have thoughts on ghosting, on connection, on the inconvenience that comes with connection, let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching this. Do not ghost us. Do not ghost the people that you love. And if you want any sort of inner work that we've spoken about today, please reach out to us.
Please
Very
reach
nice
out to us.
therapist.
I won't ghost you there.
Yeah, we
Rest
never
assured.
ghost. Yeah, not the therapist who ghosts. Thank you for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.